Welcome everyone to another episode of SG Crypto. This is an exciting episode for myself. So we're just hopping into some strategies that you can use in DeFi to start earning some passive income and just kind of putting your current crypto assets to work while you are, if you're a long hodler. This is just a way to get the most value out of that, which is what we'd want, right? We want to earn the most we can from the assets we're holding, right? And I also mentioned that I'm going to start doing more of these videos, more DeFi, more DeFi like income producing videos, rather than just solely focusing on Flare. In the past it's been just Flare, sometimes NFTs. I'm going to keep doing that. I'm going to keep doing Flare videos and NFT videos and all that stuff, but I'm just trying to focus on what's going to bring this community the most value, and I think that this right here would bring some value to pretty much everybody if they're interested in earning some passive income, especially if you have a large portfolio. No matter how big your portfolio is, you should be able to earn a decent income, something to maybe pay a bill or two off, depending on your risk tolerance. So there's always risks involved. Don't think this is just something simple that you can just hop right into and it's going to be all sunshine and rainbows. It's there's risks involved, which we'll mention briefly. I've covered them in the past, but yeah. So this is Osmosis. This is the platform we're on. I love this platform. I have been on it. So this is really just, let me go to the main page for you. All right. So yeah, Osmosis. I was on this platform last year, and this thing has gotten so much adoption. Now that I look at it again, I haven't even peeked at this thing for the past 3-4 months. From when I exited all my protocols. Boy, because I should have had this pulled up. Excuse me for a second. Okay. Yeah, anyway, this thing has gotten a lot of adoption. Like I was saying, it is like tripled in how much liquidity has been tied up in here. So this is Osmosis. This is the main page. This is where all your pools are at. I mean, they have tons and tons and tons of pools. So many to choose from and some pretty good APRs. We'll get into that in a minute. They're loading right now. But basically what I did was I went to the stats page. I clicked on stats, and that's what brought me over here. And this is something I want you guys to pay attention to if you're ever seeking out any DeFi platforms. You want to pay attention to how much TVL, total value locked, is in these platforms. So this is how much liquidity is in Osmosis right now, close to $2 trillion. That's a large amount of money, and it's actually coming in close to the top DeFi, which is Uniswap, the DeFi platform Uniswap. It hit its $2 billion milestone. I'm not sure when, but it's up there. And that's one of the top platforms out there, and you can see this thing has gotten some major adoption. So I was in this platform probably like last November, October, and so I got out around December, and then soon after it seems like it just started blowing up. I mean, look at this. Just a lot of liquidity pouring into it. And so this is a great platform. I really enjoyed it. Super easy to use. The entire time that I used it, I found it very simple. I just want to do a quick tutorial on how to use this for you guys. Just like how to get your assets into it, what you need to do, because there's a certain wallet you need and all that stuff. So we'll get into that in a moment. I just want you guys to know, when seeking out a new DeFi platform for yourself, this is something to pay attention to, is the liquidity. And also do your own research. What's it built on? Like Osmosis is built on the Atom chain, Cosmos chain, which is of Atom, right? The cryptocurrency Atom right here. It's a AMM, automated market maker, and so it's decentralized in terms of the liquidity pools make the market essentially. If you're not sure what an AMM is, I would look into it a little bit just so you're educated. You don't want to go into this liquidity pools and all that stuff completely blind. You want to have some education behind you, just so you're aware of how are these things earning money? How am I earning money? just little questions, just so you're not blind, I would say. But so yeah, that's really all I wanted to cover first. So the first step you're going to want to do before you even get on Osmosis page, before you go to the main page, any of that stuff, before you get into any of this, you're going to want to go to Kepler.app. I'll leave links in the description for every single one of these things. The Osmosis page, Kepler. Okay, so you're going to want to go to this page that is in the description and click install Kepler for Chrome. Okay, you install it. It's going to bring you to another page. It's going to have you download it. Okay, I already have it downloaded and everything. By the way, Brave is a great browser to have. You're earning free money as you are doing your research, doing your DeFi, liquidity pools, anything. I mean, I've earned this month 1.3 BAT. It's not crazy. It's not crazy money, but you're earning something while you're doing what you'd be doing anywhere else, like Google and stuff. So something to keep in mind. Little extra tip for you guys. But yeah, so you download the Kepler app, okay, and just pin it to your browser up here. It should pop up. You're gonna have to get your seed phrase, all that stuff. Make your password, username, and your seed phrase. Write down your seed phrase. I would write down all that stuff: your username, password, and your seed phrase. I have it all written down right next to me. It's important, so write it down. Don't just put it in your phone. Write it down. Okay, so then after we do that, we're gonna go into Kepler. Don't look. Okay, and the first step you got to do is get assets into your Kepler wallet. So I'm putting assets in from crypto.org, crypto.com. Okay, so I already transferred them in yesterday, just in preparation for this video. I'm not going to do a ton. I actually realized I already have assets in here from the last time I was using this platform, like 80, 140 bucks or something. I don't even remember. I was like, what? I don't even remember. Kind of a surprise to me, but I'll be using that in this video. So basically, if you're going to be sending it from crypto.org, or like the crypto.org is just the chain for crypto.com. Okay, if you're going to be using that, Akash, any of these networks, depending on where, say you have something in Uphold, look up what chain that is on, so you're not sending your stuff to the wrong network. Because if you're sending it to the wrong address, you're losing your money. Okay, and I always recommend when you are sending your funds, your assets to any new wallet, any new chain, like when you send your assets to this Kepler wallet, just do a test. Send like $2 or $1, and just test it and see. Make sure it pops up. It may take a minute or two, but just make sure it pops up before you send $100 or whatever you plan on sending in total. Okay, just to test it and make sure you're not losing, and just to mitigate risk as much as possible. So whatever chain you're going to, you're going to want to copy your address, or you can go here and click deposit and just scan your QR code if you're doing it on your phone. I'm on my laptop, and with crypto.com you have to use mobile, so I did this and just scan the QR code. But if you can use solely your laptop or PC, just copy the address and paste it into wherever you got to, and follow the steps. It's pretty simple. If I can't make a video for every single chain and every single asset, so just look up a tutorial if you're not certain of what you're doing. It should be pretty simple, especially with how popular this platform has been getting. I can't imagine there wouldn't be a video on how to get the specific asset you're looking for, how to get it onto the chain. So okay, and then you will have this here, right? Okay, and then after you download this, if you already have Osmosis open, you're going to want to get rid of it, because I dealt with this yesterday where I had Kepler downloaded. I restarted, I downloaded the Kepler app, went into Osmosis as if it was like my first time, and I was having issues, and I found out why. So go back into Osmosis, and it was because maybe it just didn't incorporate or recognize that my wallet was there. So then you'll see connect wallet, Kepler. And for your first time, I believe they will ask you to do your seed phrase. They may not. They may just ask for your password. For me, they typically have just been asking for my password. Drink some coffee quick. Oh, it's already connected. Whoops. It's probably because I haven't I haven't signed out yet, or I haven't deleted the browser. Okay, so then you're gonna go over to assets, right? Then whatever assets. Look at this. This thing just keeps going up. What the hell is this? It's Somalair. This just popped up in my thing. It must have been from all the liquidity pools I was in from before. Maybe this is just I got grandfathered in and they just sent me this. I have no clue, but extra 170, I'll take it. But yeah, anyway, so I'm going to use that in this video. I'm going to be putting it into a liquidity pool. But so I want to enter, I want crypto.com, CRO. I want CRO to be on Osmosis. So I'm going to click deposit, right? It's going to come from, then you're going to have your Kepler browser. You're going to want to approve that, right? Then I'm going to do max. It's going to end. So this is the to address. This is the Osmosis. This is this wallet right here. Or not wallet, but I guess essentially it is a wallet. And then it's coming from your Kepler. So you're going to deposit. It's probably going to ask for an approval again. Yep. Okay, and you have the option to choose low, average, high. This kind of typically will depend. It depends on the chain you're on. Typically it's pretty fast for CRO or crypto.org. But this is just the fee that you're going to pay. Less than a cent just to prove it. If you're on Ethereum, I mean, yesterday the fees were bananas. It was costing me like $60. I didn't do it. I was going to use my Ethereum on this, but I was just like, no, it's not worth it. $60 for that? No. Okay, so then you just got to wait. Oh, wow, that was fast. Cool. So yeah, there it is. And then after you have your assets in, right, no matter what you're doing, you could be using any single one of these. Okay. Once you get your assets in, let's go over to pools, okay? And just look at the different pools, see what you're into. And what kind of a rule of thumb is I like to mitigate as much risk as possible. So I try to always look for a liquidity pool that consists of obviously two assets, but that has both a stable coin. So in this case, it's going to be UST. But it has a stable coin and it's paired to, you know, some other volatile asset like Osmo. So I found a pool already in preparation for the video that I actually want to enter. I'm going to enter. So it's right here, pool 560. It's UST Osmo, that's the pool. And so basically, obviously you see I have zero liquidity even though I have $200 worth of coins in here. But the reason for that is because I need LP tokens, okay? So once you enter, you add this and Osmo. Actually, that's why, because I don't have either UST or Osmo yet. I haven't traded into them. So once you do that, you will get some LP tokens and then you can start earning. So we'll go through the process right now together. And superfluidstaking is actually something that just must have happened since I was here last. Okay, so we know we need 50% UST and 50% Osmo. Whenever you're doing these pools, it's always going to be a 50-50 ratio. It's always going to be a fair split. So if it's a 3 LP token pool, or I mean not LP token, if it's 3 token pool, 3 asset pool, it's going to be a 33, 33, 33. It's always going to equal out. Okay, so we need UST and Osmo. And like we said, we need that 50%. So let's look up that sum. We'll put 50% into Osmo, right? Yeah, 50% in Osmo. So we're going to do half into that. We're going to swap. We're going to approve. I really like these videos, honestly. I just feel like I'm providing a lot more value. Like with the flare, there's a lot you can cover, and there are some partners that I've been looking into lately that I want to cover, but it's just I just hate doing it over and over again. Like, oh, here's a tweet they sent out. I just don't feel like I'm providing as much value, and so that's why I wanted to start doing videos like this, because I feel like you guys are starting to, you're going to be able to start to earn through this. Okay, so there we go. So that's been approved, that's all finished, and so now I'm going to take the rest of this and put it into UST, because that's the other asset. UST, and we are going to do max this time, right? So we're going to swap into that. So that's the equivalent. 85 UST equals the amount of Osmo I put. So we're going to approve that. Alright, so 8.85 UST equals 9.85 Osmo, essentially. Okay. And now I want to use my CRO, right? I got some CRO to use. So we're going to do half, right? Half is going to go to UST and half to Osmo. It makes it real simple. I love that half button. I haven't really ever seen that. That's what I just mean. This platform, from day one, I started using it when it was at, I had 500 million locked up in value, and it's just, I've never had an issue. It's been very, very simple. So I do recommend it. Okay. Okay, and then the other half is going to Osmo. This is fun. I feel like I'm spending money, but I'm actually making money. Okay, so that's all done. Now we're going to go back to our pool. Okay, let's go down to UST. Yeah, the last time I was in this, I was in Atom and CRO. I mean, this is actually something I want to point out, man. These pools used to be offering like 200%. When I was in this, I was getting 200%, close to it, like 180%. It was fluctuating between like 180 and 250. And that just goes to show you that this has been very well adopted. And that's what happens. The more liquidity that's in these, the less percentage you're going to see. And so that's just kind of the perks of being an early adopter. I kind of stumbled upon it, so I got a little lucky, but I don't want to say lucky because, I was doing my research at the time, and so, preparation met opportunity in that case. Okay. Now we get to add and remove liquidity. Max. Boom. See, it equals out because we did that. I mean, I have a little bit of Osmo left over, but you're going to see that. So, single asset LP. Okay, so you can have your tokens, you can have these equal out and put into a single asset LP. And so it'll just, so kind of like Flare, for those of you who have been watching my videos, like in Flare, when you want to enter, let's say XFI/SFIN pool, you have to first go to Flare X and get LP tokens by staking liquidity first, and then you get a single asset LP. That's what this is. So you can choose to do that, or you can choose not to. I'm not going to, just for the sake of this video. Okay, this is gonna actually cost me 5 cents. Damn. No, it's no big deal. I could have chosen the low one, and it would have cost me 0. But for the sake of video, I wanted to. Transaction failed. It's smaller than 9 message. Interesting. 6.92, that's probably why. Okay, we'll do that. We'll go low because I think it's because I'm using Osmo I don't have. I think that's why. Yeah, that's why. Because I was doing 0.05 Osmo or 0.05 cents, right? When I was staking every bit of Osmo I had. When so that's a good point. I'm glad that actually happened. Because you need some Osmo to make transactions, right? And so if you don't have the necessary funds to make transactions, good luck doing anything. And so that kind of makes me think I may have screwed myself here, but we'll see. I don't think so, because I still have some left over. Okay, so now we can start earning, guys. Right now, one thing I want to cover is the superfluid staking. So superfluid staking. So before, I was doing my research on this superfluid staking to know what it is. So I'm going to do the 14-day unbonding, and you're going to earn, because this is the highest one. So essentially what this means is your fee, your funds. So if you enter this pool, your funds are going to be tied up. So if you want to exit the pool, you're going to have to wait 14 days for those assets to be unbonded, for them to essentially be unstaked, for you to then use them elsewhere. So that's something to keep in mind. And And also, this is a bonus. This is besides the superfluid staking. These are the bonus rewards. They're for each of the pools. Actually, before I get into that, so just choose these accordingly. You can do a day bonding. You can do 7 days, whatever you think is right. Because I know we're kind of moving into a bullish market, kind of moving into a more bullish aspect, and things are probably about to start popping off. So if you want your assets liquid, more liquid than 14 days, then choose a day. Or 7 days, whatever you think is right for you. But yeah, so this bonus reward, so epochs, from what I gathered, they are every day that these are happening, these epochs. And so every day, it's a 24-hour period. Yeah, it is, because once we go to the home page, I can show you that you're getting paid out every day, every 24 hours. And so this will be split up. 2,931 Luna will be split up amongst all the people that are in the 14-day bonding period. It'll be split up amongst them all, or unless this is completely added up and this is just how it's divvied, right? Either way, you're earning some extra assets here. And then you also have the superfluid staking, right, which is cool as well. And so what the superfluid staking is, that plus 16%. So once you are earning, so let's go through the process. So start earning. Okay, and then you can either uncheck or check superfluid staking. I'm going to check it. Okay, max. Let's max it out. See, and then now the superfluid staking requires you to choose a validator. And the validators are the ones that keep, are the security of the network, that keep security. So I'm looking for CryptoYieldfarm, man. I like him. CryptoYieldfarm, yeah, shout out to him. CryptoYieldfarm, that's his YouTube channel. He's the one who first introduced me to this. He's got a great channel. Definitely check him out. That's what it is. CryptoYieldfarm, CITO. Great content. He covers this channel in depth, or not this channel. He covers this platform in depth. He's very in the know when it comes to osmosis and a lot of other things in crypto. So check him out. Great channel. Great guy too. For those of you who are into like 3T Warrior Academy, they've done some collabs together on videos. So I guess I'm not really finding anything, so I'm just going to do Coinbase Cloud. It's a familiar name. So we're going to bond and stake. And so what this is, so once you're earning your assets every day, you are going to, so instead of you taking your assets and then restaking them in the pool, this thing is automatically staking them, right? And I'm going to do an update to see if it's worth it to do this, if it's worth it to do the superfluid staking for the extra 16%. Superfluid eligible bonding. Okay, so that's all done. Pretty sure I did this. What are they talking about? I think they're being a little silly. Okay, so yeah, so this is what I was doing before. So I would earn from this pool, or the pool I was in, and then my assets, my rewards would show up in Osmo on here. And they still may. I'm going to do an update on Thursday to see all this and how it's going. That's the way we typically learn best, is by doing. And so in a couple of days, I'll show you guys. It'll be a really quick video on top of something else I do. But yeah, this will be an update to see if I'm still earning Osmo, as well as some LP tokens that are then going into the superfluid staking to the validator, because I would earn Osmo here, right? And then it would let me earn up to 64% a year. Before it was like 90-some%. So even that's going down. So you would then come here. Once you have your Osmo, you would stake. So now you're staking to a validator over here. Again, the validators they have the purpose of keeping the network safe, network security. Okay, then you would have Osmo here, so I guess I could do it right now. You'd go manage, you delegate, and then you would stake 0.02, right? Oops. Oh, and you can just max it out. That's new. That's cool. And then you can just boop, delegate it. I'm not going to, because I need transaction fee money. And then you would earn an additional 60% on your money, like that, right? And then you're earning these rewards daily, so you'd claim them, and then you could restake them here. Plus you're earning rewards from your pool, and you're restaking that in the 64%. So this stuff was compounding fast. I mean, so in a matter of, I would say, a month and a half, when I was doing this, I started out with $150, and by the end of it, when I pulled out, it was $1,000. And so I earned pretty fast. Now, just so you know, some of that was because of the underlying assets I put in the pool went up, like CRO went up pretty heavily. It was and so not only that, but Osmo went up. I mean, it's crazy now that I'm back on this platform. Osmo was at like fluctuating between like $2 and $4, $2 and $5 maybe, and just to see it up to $8.50 is just kind of crazy to me. But then also I earned that additional Somulaire, whatever that was. I don't know what that is, but got that too. So now you can see we're staked, right? Now, as it says, the unbonding duration is 14 days. I could unbond all now, but it would take 14 days for that to be liquid for me, right? And so that's pretty much it. Now, one of the things I want you all to be aware of is, let me see this 1 second. Something silly is going on. Bond and stake. I don't know why I didn't do this before. See, it must be because I already did it. It's just, it must just have that button there all time for when you earn after that 24-hour epoch. So, like I said, 2 days, I'm going to have a lot more information. It'll probably be a short 5-10 minute video, just so you guys know. So make sure, if you're not following, just toss a subscribe or follow, and just turn the bell notification so you know when I drop that video and additional videos, because I'm going to be doing a lot more of these. And also, we have a Discord. It's growing pretty decently, but the main benefit of it is just the ability to ask questions and get answers to those promptly. You know, I'm not always able to answer the questions in the comments, and so having that more intimate ability to ask questions to me or even the community, I think we're up to about 60 people in the Discord. It's just a benefit to you and to me, you know, not to have to go all over the place to answer questions. It just keeps it consolidated and much more easy. So I will leave that in the description as well, the invite to the Discord. And so if you have any question, no. So I wanted to cover the risks, man, the impermanent loss. Okay, I cover this, and when I'm covering Flare, when I'm covering any sort of DeFi thing, you have to be aware of impermanent loss. Okay, so this pool consists of UST and Osmo, right? Okay, UST is obviously $1, and Osmo is $8.50 right now. So this pool always has to equal out to 50-50 ratio. And so if obviously UST, that's why I like the stablecoin, because it doesn't fluctuate, or it's not supposed to anyway. Okay, so that side we don't have to worry about. But when Osmo fluctuates, let's say Osmo comes down to $6, right? UST is going to have to compensate for that. Okay, so UST, the amount of UST you have in that pool is going to go up. Not the price of it, but the amount of coins that are in that pool is going to go up to compensate for that $2.50 loss that you've seen in Osmo. Okay, so then your amount of Osmo you have is going to go down. And so if you like Osmo, then you're not going to have as much of that asset anymore. Okay, so that's where impermanent loss happens. And it's only impermanent because you haven't exited the pool to realize that loss yet. And so that's the importance of it. That's kind of just a brief description. You want to be aware of the risks. Educate yourself on what impermanent loss is. Okay, that's one thing I want you to leave this video, and just do it right now. Don't say, okay, I'm going to set some time aside tomorrow. Just go do it right now. Okay, I've been talking about this for a while, and it's just something you gotta. I've done a video on it too. But you need to be aware of that. You need to know the risks, because people like to get pissed off when shit goes wrong, when it could have been easily prevented if they would have just done their research. So that's what I'm going to leave you guys with. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them in the comments. Maybe I stated something wrong in this video. Always happy to learn with you guys, so correct me if I did. And also the Discord, again, great place to hang out, meet like-minded people, and ask any questions or give some ideas on something you would like me to cover. So I hope you guys have an awesome day. I'll be dropping that updated video on Thursday. Have a good one.